What is going on, guys? It is Jameel with MILMID Studios. Thank you so much for tuning in to the last video of 2024. I just want to say thank you so much for the support. For those of you who have subscribed, who have engaged with my content, I want to thank you. I truly appreciate it. I'm humbled to have the community that we have. If this is the first time that you're joining my channel, I want to say welcome and thank you for stopping by. I know that there's so many different videos on this platform that you could be watching, but here you are, so I really do appreciate that. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I hope that all of you had a great time over the holidays with your family and friends. I know for my family, Gia, she got so many Bluey toys from family and friends. Like, I'm pretty sure they sponsored the next few seasons of Bluey. But speaking of gifts, I have a gift for all of you. And I really do hope that you appreciate it. On January 1st at 12 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, if you visit www.milmidstudios.com, you will have access to a free Lightroom preset download. Now, this preset is special to me. I created it about 2 years ago, and it's been one that I've been fine-tuning and dialing in ever since its creation. My first photo book, one that I've received overwhelming support from you guys. It is available on Amazon. Visit www.milmidstudios.com to see how you can get yours. As a matter of fact, all three of my photo books, Japan 35 through 35, Yellowknife 35 through 35, and Seattle Exposed, use this preset. And literally the only changes that I make are slight adjustments to the exposure and then slight adjustments depending on my preference for that photo, the mood that I'm trying to capture, to the white balance. Now, this preset is called Spontaneous V1, which is version 1, AWB for auto white balance. The way that you're going to use this preset is that, first of all, you're going to go to www.milmidstudios.com. You're going to go to my store icon, and then you're going to click on either all, or you can go to Adobe Lightroom presets. You're going to download that for free, and then you're going to export it into your Adobe Lightroom. This preset is a plug and play preset. You should be able to apply this preset and be done and be good. However, depending on what sort of exposure settings you're using on your camera, you may have to adjust your exposure, maybe drop your highlights. I'll leave those things up to you and your creative tastes. As a matter of fact, let's actually go into Lightroom right now and I will show you how to use this preset. All right, guys, we are in Adobe Lightroom. As you can see here, we're looking at an underexposed DNG. Settings are 1/90th of a second for shutter speed, f2.0 shooting wide open, and an ISO, base ISO 64 with the Leica M11P using the Summicron 35 f2 version 3. It's a vintage lens. What I typically like to do when I'm shooting the Leica M11P is underexposed to preserve my highlights, because I know what I can recover from this image in the shadows is quite impressive. For example, bring that up to 2.05, and I mean, beautiful, right? So you can really manipulate this image, bring back the highlights. Let's see actually what we can do for the highlights. If I go to the sky, so you can bring back that detail from the sky pretty nicely, so it's not all washed out. But anyways, let's go to the actual photo, how it was exposed at the time. Now we're going to apply this preset, Spontaneous V1 AWB. Now what I'm going to do, the first thing I'm going to do is bring up my exposure, because like I said, it was underexposed. As you awaken this photo, we're going to go to 2.5. You see the beautiful colors come out. Let's just compare here, reset. And we'll go to 2.5. So quite a difference, right? Really brings out some beautiful colors, nice warm colors. That's what I've really been trying to go for with this preset. Like I said, the only thing that you really have to do, depending on if you're shooting underexposed or overexposed, whatever the case may be, is adjust your exposure, right? And you can really adjust anything as you see fit. And then your white balance. In this case, it's on auto white balance. I really like how the photo looks, but you could either make it warmer, you make it cooler, whatever your heart desires, right? And then your tint, you could, give it that little cinema tint, or you can make it a little bit more magenta. Again, completely up to you. I like how this looks right out of the box. So we're gonna go ahead and do some minor adjustments. I'm gonna go to the sky, bring down the highlights, just bring a little bit of those details back. Then what I like to generally do with people, and as you can see, my skin tones, they're pretty neutral. You're not doing anything crazy with the skin tones, which makes this preset pretty versatile. You can use it for landscapes, you can use it for portraits. So I like to increase my shadows and increase the exposure. Might be a little too much. There's good. And then what I like to do, guys, a little hint, duplicate and invert. And then I like to bring everything down around me. You can also select your subject, make it pop just a little bit, nothing crazy, maybe bring a little bit of clarity. I think the face is a little too overdone. So we'll bring down the shadows just a bit. Then we'll add a vignette. Invert, bring down the exposure. Good. And guys, honestly, like, that's solid. I'd probably crop this to a 16 by 9. And I like that. I like that a lot. So that's all you need. It's a pretty quick edit. It's designed to be a plug and play. You can make the micro adjustments as you see fit with the temperature, tint, exposure, all that good stuff. But it's a really good starting point for you to edit your images. Okay, so here's another photo of the Canon R3. This is shot at 1/45 of a second, f2.0, and a base ISO of 64. Pretty underexposed, but we can bring that back if we need to. Now, what you'll notice with some photos, depending on what your camera's doing and how it reads and the software and all that good stuff, when I go over to this preset, it warms it up pretty substantially. That's not a problem because all you need to do is adjust your white balance as required. So here the temperature is at 2850. I want to warm that up a little bit. I think that's perfect. 4079, just as simple as that. And you can increase your exposure, you can drop your highlights, get rid of that blown out section. And it's just such a nice cinematic, I know that word may be overused, preset that you can easily use to add nice mood to your photos. And then finally we have another photo here, pretty decently exposed. We'll call this a landscape for lack of better words. We're gonna apply that preset once more. And just look at that. I love this preset and I really hope you guys do as well. You can just adjust it as you see fit. But to me, that looks pretty good. Like, I like that. Like the color palette that I used when creating this preset, let me tell you guys, it's been fine-tuned and fine-tuned to my liking. If you guys, as you use this preset, think you want to go a different direction with the colors, like I said, this can be used as a nice launch pad for you. Okay, so there you have it, guys. A free preset available for download January 1st, 2025 at 12 a.m. This preset will be available for free for a limited time. However, it will be available indefinitely. So if by the off chance you're viewing this video outside of that free period, you can still visit www.milmidstudios.com and you can support the channel by making a purchase for Spontaneous version 1 AWB Adobe Lightroom preset. This is just a small token of my appreciation to this community, to my community, to all of you who have subscribed, to all of you who are passing by. I hope that this preset can help elevate your photography. It can help give you some inspiration in creating your own presets. Thank you so much. Truly, from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate that. And I wish you all the best in the new year. Remember, guys, the best gear is the gear you have, and the best photos are the ones you take. Don't forget to keep on shooting.